And happy Thursday evening, everyone. We are here today with Traders Village Comic Con, and we're going to be talking about some of the guests that they have, possibly some of the vendors and authentication, where it's going to be located at, the weather, all the good stuff that you would expect to hear about a Comic Con. So, first, Lizzie Hedgehog. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you doing?
It's been a busy week here. I know you've been busy as well.
Oh, yes, I have a reason why.
And welcome Jay and Carl from All Star Collectibles, if I'm correct.
Yes,
Correct.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
How y'all doing?
How we doing?
Pretty good. Now, I know that y'all had a lot to do putting the show together.
We've done a thing or two, just a little. So
Just a little?
just a tad. We've we've been coming out here for I've been out here for 2 years with the store, and so I've been doing this business since '87. I've been doing collectibles, and Carl's been in the business doing stuff since mid '90s. So between us, we've got a lot of useless knowledge, and so we I asked traders if we could if I can help in any way to just anytime you can improve a con the better and so we talked, worked some things out, and Greg, with your help as well, we put together, I think, a pretty nice little show. And we've never really had the guest level that we've had out here at Traders in the past, so just doing some different stuff. And and it's I thank Traders for working with everybody to make this happen. And this is going to be something to build on. And as we as years come, for every year they do the con, or if they do the Pop Con in October, there's every year now someone's going to ask, well, what are they going to do next year? Who's coming next year? And just the excitement will build. But this is going to be a family fun event. So mom and dad can bring the kids, and the kids can go to the con, or son and dad can go, mom and daughter can go shop, and after they're done, they got the amusement park here, and just literally thousands of vendors, to look at all sorts of stuff, whatever kind of collectibles you like, it's out here. And and it's a if you've never been to Traders Village, and we hear this a lot, I've lived 10 minutes down the road, I've never been here, I lived here 10 years, and I'm like, well, welcome, for coming to Traders Village, because once your first time here is going to blow your mind, because it's so big. And and it's like this thing could really take off in a direction where if it does well, everyone at Traders does well. And we want the Houston area to the fans of cons and collectors, and to have a choice, just another choice, because there's several in Houston. And you can never really have a bad con. I mean, if you put the right pieces together, you're going to draw the people, and it'll be fun for everybody, vendors included, because I think there's over 100 vendors, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's sold out. It sold out a few weeks ago, and they've never had a con sell out that fast, which is great news. And so and the guests that we're bringing, so we've got Stephanie. How do you say it? Natalie
Nadoni.
I've been saying that wrong since day one. And so she is absolutely an awesome human being. And I'll tell you, man, she's going to do phenomenal. Everybody's asking for her. Everybody's like, are you sure she's coming? I said, promise she's going to be here. With bells on. She's being here. And so last night I talked to her and I said, I talked to the management. I said, and we'd like for you to, sing the American, the American anthem. And she's like, sure, no problem. And I'm like, I was kidding. She didn't miss a beat. She's like, sure, I'll do it. Let's get on with it. I love to sing, and I'm like, I was joking. I was like, no. if you want to break out in song, you can. But and
she's
then,
actually a singer in a band.
Oh, she's I've looked at some of her amazing. She's very very talented and funny. I mean, she's just awesome. Chuck, I haven't had the pleasure of talking to Chuck yet. But he's, Stephanie has told me a lot about him, and it's like they're like two peas in a pod, and so it's just for the anime fans. I mean, this is like some of the legends of it, and then we had Carlos Fierro, who did like I said he did the voice for Dominique on Gears of War. He was on Star Trek. He was the Alan Gringo. I mean, he's done many things. He's been in the business for many years. He's out of California. Then we've got two WWE Hall of Famers, Coco Beware and Tito Santana. Tito Santana started in Houston in the late 70s and 80s, and this is like a homecoming for him. And if you go to our Facebook page, you can actually see he did a video for us saying he's coming to the show. And in his little message, he said, that's home for me. And, so it's really cool to bring him back. Because when I was a kid, I saw him wrestle all the time. And then, of course, Coco was in the 80s with WWF. Now it's WWE. But, and he had the bird. And, I mean, he was a very, very talented, well-known, just, wrestler. And so huge response for those guys. So I'm really, really excited about, this weekend and, what it's going to bring not only to the city of Houston to give everybody a chance to have another, location and, con to go to, but, just for traders in general, because it's going to bring a lot of people out here that have never been to Traders Village. And so that helps everybody.
Now, the other thing is you have cosplay guests.
We do. Yes, we have. Well, there's a girl named Lizzie Hedgehog who's going to be there. I don't know if
there we go.
Yep. So we got her, and I apologize. I don't have the names for the other girls. Joe has that information, but yes, there'll be other cosplayers, and I know there's going to be people showing up that are dressed up as well, and and like I said, it's just for the family to come out. It's family friendly. We want to really emphasize that for families thinking, well, because you go to some of the other cons and here in Houston, and they really don't care about the dress code, and some of it is I've got grandsons and little kids in my family that I don't want them seeing stuff that they don't need to be seeing at 9, 10, 11 years old. And so that's the first and foremost thing. It's like, you can do very well at a con without having to go overboard. And so, yeah, we'll have those guys, and then they'll all be in one area. And then we'll also have the Batmobiles. We'll have the 1989 Michael Keaton Batmobile, and then the 60s TV show Batmobile. We'll have both of those here for people to take pictures and, check those out. I know they've never had I know in the past they've had the original Batmobile, which is cool. At any time you can get that. But the 89 Batmobile is going to be really special because they've never had that out here. And that's just I'm looking forward to that because I want to take a picture myself. Maybe drive it around Traders if I can. I get mistaken with Batman all the time.
If they allow that, let me know.
Yeah, you're right, shotgun, man. We'll take turns, man. Yeah.
There you go.
But and then it's just, there's, I know the Ninja Turtles are going to be out here. Full Gear, they're out here. They do a thing every year with the kids, and they're going to be out here, and that's going to be, that's always cool. They always do, big draw for those guys, and they're going to be directly behind us. So our end is going to have a lot of traffic. So when you show up to the con, you're not going to miss us. It's going to be, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. Very tired, but excited. So yes.
I was going to say you have 2 days left too. Well, 3 if you count Sunday.
Well, I'll be there. I might be dragging, but I'll be there. So, yeah. I'm dragging already, man. It's like, oh man, it's like that old commercial, time to make the donuts. It's like, yeah, I'll pull through though with flying colors. Yeah. I'm a professional, man. What are you talking about?
I will have some of my books there, but I also know another author that's going to be there, and that's going to be Veronica Smith, who writes horror, zombies more specifically.
Ooh.
And then I know our other co-host, which hasn't been seen for a while, El Ariachi, and he will be with OMG Toys and more, if I'm correct.
Okay. So, on the list of vendors, I don't have a list of that or who's coming, who's not going to be there. But I know the way it's sold out this year, there's a lot of folks that have done it year after year that have always been, getting that groove, like, oh, I'll call a week before it starts, I'll get a spot. Well, these sold out, I believe, 4 weeks ago. And so people are calling and there's nothing left. And so, and I, of course I asked them, like, well, when do y'all usually sell out? They're like, the week of the show is when we usually sell out. And they're like, we've never sold out this fast. I said, so that's a great indication right there. And I know all the vendors are also spreading the word, and because we really want this to be a staple, to people to circle their calendar, like, hey, every April there's Traders Village Comic Con, and and again get people excited to ask, well, who's going to be here next year? What are they going to do next year? And so and of course as you move forward, you change, evolve, and you want to make it better each and every year. That's the goal. And so and it again, as for families to come out, and it's $5 to get in as normal to park your car, and it costs nothing to get into the con, and starts at 10 o'clock on Saturday. I mean, if you want to get there earlier, you can, but we put 10 to 5 as the hours on Saturday and Sunday. But if you get here early, I mean, some vendors will be set up, but there'll be other vendors still setting up in the mornings. But, there's going to be tons of vendors open up around the market. So you can, it's just going to be, a really fun weekend, and I'm pretty excited. Like I said, I'm tired, but I'm excited.
And yes, Mommy, that's going to be this weekend, April 15th and 16th.
Yep.
So we have all that. Now, let's see. There was one thing I was going to ask, and my brain's kind of gone blank here.
It's okay. We went to the same school.
Yay, there we go. Now, Carl, you do TikToks for the show.
Yes, sir. We try to promote. I have flyers that we had made up for the show, and we try to get those in. I try to do TikToks regarding those, or try to find the right music to go behind it to affiliate with the show or with the actor or wrestler, just to try to get that extra. And then when we do it, I just tag everybody I can that's Houston wrestling. You name it, I try to tag it so that way everybody can see it. The biggest thing is getting people to like it, but I get, I do get views on it. Some of the views, they went within hours, it went up to thousands, and I'm like, that's pretty cool to see.
Yes.
So
yeah, technology, when you use it right, you can actually, it's a powerful tool to, get your con going and, spread the word. And I have never done the TikTok thing, and Carl has been a genius at this. And I mean, he has helped tenfold spread the word on this. And I am blown away. I mean, I can't even thank him enough. And it's all the hard work he's put in just daily. I mean, he has had a lot on his plate, and he's cleaned every one of them off. I mean, he's done an amazing job.
Cool. Now I remembered authentication.
Yes, we have all-star authenticators, and we will have a table where the voice actors are, we'll have a table there. So for every item that someone gets signed, they'll get a card from that table, and they bring it to us, and we will authenticate their item for $10, and it goes into our database. And we are going to start, we're going to try to be literally at any kind of signing in the Houston area and beyond. We have shows scheduled for San Antonio and Austin, Dallas already. We have, I have a gentleman in Florida. We're working with a schedule there because, there's a lot of cons and a lot of events that, people, if there's not someone there authenticating, they won't go because they want their item authenticated. And so we just did the, what was the name of the con we just did?
Pop Culture
Power Show.
Yeah, at the Stafford Center. And it was a great response. And, we're there to be there when the other guys aren't. And, it's give everybody an option again, because there's a lot of really, really good cons. And you will get, the traffic flow will be even better when you have someone there to authenticate your items, because when you get an item authenticated, you might not ever get rid of that item. But, one day you might get tired of that show, or, you're like, what, I'm really tired of this series, and you want to trade it in and it's autographed, or you want to sell it. The first thing that they're going to ask is, well, who authenticated it? Well, and I've been doing this for 30 something years, and I've had many, many items come across, my counter, and it's not certified. And, then it's a whole other process getting it certified. And then, sometimes it doesn't pass. I mean, it's not legit. And so, when you come to our table, before the day's over, your item will be in the system, and you can look it up at any time you want. You go to our website, you type in your code on your item, or you can scan the QR code, take you straight to it, and literally you will, your item will be in the database. And so, and it also adds value to your item. Anything you get signed and get authenticated, that's just going to make it more valuable as you do. And, I have a lot of dealers that, get a lot of product. They'll get it autographed, and then we authenticate it. And, we'll do, cons, and then we do private signings and things like that. And, it's just it's just another option for people in the city of Houston that, if they call us, we'll show up. And, that's our little, guarantee. So we, worked very, very hard on this, and, plan to do it for years to come. And, this is something that'll be kind of a generational thing where, my kids, it'll be passed down to, and, have it, family, just, taking care of the shop, so to say. And, it's just, like I said, give the city of Houston an extra option out there. So when our phone rings, we answer. So
now the other thing is because we talked a little bit about this before the show, is the weather, especially on Saturday. And I know it's supposed to rain after 1 p.m., but people think Traders Village outside. However, it is covered.
It's covered. It's the size almost of a football field, and it is covered all the way around. And, I've been out here for 2 years, and I've opened during the rain, and there are still thousands of people out here shopping. And, there's covered areas all over the place throughout the market where you can walk under the eaves and you won't get wet. You can walk, across from store to store. They have crossway points where you can walk across. But where the con is in the show, I mean, literally, there's no rain, no water at all. And, you'll be perfectly safe and dry underneath that. And so, when they have a forecast and it rains and it says 30, 40%, I'm like, thumbs up, it's going to be a good day. Because even with the rain like that, people still show up in droves. And it's not going to rain constant. It'll go off and on. And, and listen, by Saturday, this is Texas. It might snow Saturday. Who knows? Yeah. I mean, you never know what can happen. But but rain or shine, it'll be going on. So
Yes.
None of that white stuff, please. None of it.
yeah, I'd love to have sunshine all weekend. So, but
Oh man. Now, are y'all going to use the stage for anything this year?
no, sir. The stage will be, they actually rebuilt the whole stage area. Looks phenomenal. They took off that old wooden Western theme kind of thing. They took all that out, redid everything, and it looks fantastic. And so, but we're having backdrops behind the voice actors, and that's going to be where they can hang their banners. So the stage is going to, they're not going to do anything on the stage this year. But I know I was speaking with them today, and at some point they're going to hang a TV, a massive television, from the rafters, and it's going to be hanging in front of I guess at an angle to where they can have a TV going also at different events. So if next year, if we have the con, whoever's there for anime, we could actually be showing their cartoons or whatever shows they're on that screen. So which would be super cool. But it's just a time thing. I don't know the ins and out of that, but that's just what I was told, and it'll happen at some point. But they totally redid the whole stage. It looks very, very nice. They did a great job on that.
Now the other thing is internet connection.
That is going to be a what's the word I'm looking for? A challenge. Challenge is a good word. Challenge is the Wi-Fi connection out here is not good. So I tell people if you have a boost, like what is it, Carl? What do they have? It's like an amplifier for your Wi-Fi signal. Bring it if you have it. Now, some people have no issues at all. So if you're doing, Cash App or for Zelle or something, it works perfectly fine. Now, my shop, I have my own internet and Wi-Fi. So, and I got that just because, the signal was, some days it worked great. Some days it wouldn't work at all. And I'm standing out there like I'm doing a rain dance trying to get a signal. And, so I had to get that. And so when people come in the shop, they don't have a signal. I'm like, hey, go on my Wi-Fi, and problem solved. But in the past, I have been out underneath the covered areas and, doing the internet stuff, and it worked fine for me. So, you might not have any issues there. So, but just saying, I know there's an ATM right there under the covered area. So if anybody has issues, you can point them to the ATM. But I tell everybody, bring cash just in case, because you never know what's going to happen with technology. I know sometimes in the past it's happened a few times that even some of the ATMs have shut down because there's no internet connection, and so you have to have internet. So if the the ATMs are working, then our phones should be working. So because it'll pick up on any signal that's close. So, but. And I've bought stuff back there from other vendors, in the past few months, and I had no issue paying with Cash App. So, but depending on the weather, with the rain, if something, you just never know. Like I said, technology is great till it doesn't work.
Well, the one thing with the live streaming, just so Mommy knows, is I can actually live stream at the Renfest because my stuff goes through the satellite with my phone. So I don't really have an issue with the internet.
Yeah, you might not have any issues whatsoever. I mean, it might work flawlessly, but I wouldn't put a whole lot of money on that. But maybe a little. But if you gamble, so I just and I'm
going with the odds here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, and we have talked about getting a boost for that, just for that occasion, because we're going to be doing cons all over, doing authenticity, and some of those locations are there's going to be no Wi-Fi. And, it's going to happen. And so we have to have something to where we can log on and, we can still enter the items, everything, but upload it later. But I like having it done as soon as possible to where the customer can look at their item. And we always tell them, usually a 24-hour period before it's logged in. But most of the time it's done pretty much instantaneously. So, but just depending on the internet, that's, and traders might have something in the works. I don't know.
Now, another question is what about fan groups? Because I know that y'all have had them there previously. Do you know if there's going to be any there this year?
I'm not aware of any fan groups coming in. Now, I could be totally wrong. I just haven't gotten that information. That wasn't my my department, so to say. So yeah.
Well, I know the last few years they've had the Star Trek group there, so I was curious about that.
I believe they're going to be there, but the Star Wars folks aren't going to be there this year.
Okay.
I believe that's what I heard. Yeah, the Star Trek folks will be there, but the Star Wars folks couldn't make it.
So is there any other information that you have on the show that you want the guests to know about?
I mean, so like whenever we want to make sure we take care of you guys, so if you need, a runner to go get you something to drink, or, if you need a break, we can make sure watch your table. If you just need, something, like I said, we're going to try to have coolers right there with drinks in it. And,
Yay!
yeah, tea. Okay, there we go. So, water and tea, everybody's have their little preference of what they like. So we just, like I said, we want to make everything as comfortable as possible. I tell people, if you do, bring your chair, bring a cushion, just to be, on the safe side. So, because, those chairs after, 8-9 hour day can get a little, make your rump hurt. So,
Yeah.
yes. I'm not a young man anymore. It's like I hurt all over. So it's like, I don't want to add to that in any way, shape, or form. It's like,
come on.
Sit on rocks? Sure, let's do it. It's like, no. Yeah. I used to be able to sit Indian style, but not anymore. It's like, I can't even get my legs to bend at a 45-degree angle. It's terrible. It's yeah.
Well, so people know what kind of food vendors are going to be out there.
Right there under the covered area, they're going to have they have one of the turkey leg guys there, and I believe they have sausage on a stick there. There's a Subway here on location. They have what's the burger place? Yeah, Joe's Burgers. They do chicken tenders, hamburgers, French fries, all that kind of stuff. And then you have some of the other vendors. They got the teriyaki bowls. They got some places have like pizza and nachos, corn on the dog, corn dogs. What else? I mean, there is a lot of options out here.
Did you just say corn on the dog?
I think I might have said that. Yeah. I only got about 3 hours of sleep last
Corn
night.
dogs.
I think I might make a bumper sticker out of that. Corn on the dog, man. What y'all got down there in Texas? Oh, we got corn on the dog. Yeah. It's
See who can eat it faster, the dog or you?
It might bite you. Oh my goodness. Get a little Freudian slip there, man. Yeah. Oh my goodness, man. I am tired, brother. I am.
I will catch these claws for you, just so
That's
you
okay.
know.
It's all right. Somebody needs to catch them. I'm telling you. I'm working on 3 hours sleep, man. I'm like, man.
Lordy.
Yeah. I'm just, so yeah, if I get to rambling, man, I'm like, don't tell them what I'm going to say. So, yeah. Yeah. Don't give me truth serum, for God's sakes. No telling what to come out. Yeah. But yeah, man, I mean, so, we, and of course, with any con, you're going to have a speed bump or a pothole you're going to hit, so we're going to try our best to, avoid those and make it to where, everyone has a successful, weekend, top of that, have fun, but, everybody, just make it known. And hopefully by the size of the crowd, we can, make the folks at Trader proud, say, hey, this is, and also the vendors here that are here every weekend, and every weekend they're here, like I said, rain or shine, and and it benefits everyone. So
Well, I would love to see this one break records for you with the supposed rain coming in on Saturday.
well, I'm gonna talk to the big guy and see if we can work something out, and maybe you can push that to Monday.
I'll talk to him as well.
Yeah,
Let's go for Tuesday, because my birthday's Monday.
Tuesday. Oh, your birthday's Monday?
Yep, my birthday is Monday.
Well, they say only good people are born in April, Greg.
Hey, there I am.
I'm just saying.
Here I am.
And of course, me saying that means I'm born in
I
April.
was born in April.
But I'm sure you know the day I was born in April.
I'm sure it's good for April 1st.
April 1st. Yes, biggest fool my mama ever had is what she always told me. So yeah, no lie. Yeah,
That's where you get all that wit from, huh?
brother, it's never a dull moment when I'm around. I'll tell you that, man. It's yeah. I hit the ground running no, I don't hit the ground running every morning. I used to, there was a time when I could count to 20, but now it's only 18. So, it's it just, life is like the game of Clue or, so yeah. But yeah, man, I'm excited, brother. I'm this is always and you'll know this in the near future, the days leading up to it. It's like, did I do this? Did I do that? Is this taken care of? You just lay there and think everything at night. Yeah, I took care of that. Did I call Greg back? Oh, guys, and I know I texted you, I think yesterday, and said, man, I'm so sorry. I've been out of touch. Didn't I text you? Okay.
Yep.
See,
was that yesterday or this morning? Hell, I don't even know.
Man,
anymore.
I don't know, man. But I've sent that text out to a few people because I just have been so busy. I mean, it's just, and just making sure everything goes right and smooth sailing, so, and that's, all I can do. I'll pray about it and, and have everything, Well,
there you go. As a lot of people know, I was in the hospital last month, so I missed quite a bit of shows, but I am back. The Con Hour is back in action. We will actually have a table there. We will be doing interviews the best as possible, depending on internet. I'm going to go through my satellite though, so hopefully I'll have a little bit better connection.
Well,
and
I'll do anything. So if there's something I can do to help with that, I'll look into it tomorrow and see if there's anything that traders might have up its sleeve, in the future. So like next year, that's one issue we could definitely tackle, because, you got it. The internet makes the world go round, unfortunately, at times. But but that's one thing on our, our bucket list, so to say.
Because I know Lizzie does a lot of TikTok also.
Yeah. And so, and I don't know. And that's, as you're there live, and people might be, don't tell them where they're at. And they're like, there's a con going on. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. You bring someone to the con. So
yeah,
that's definitely something to make sure they can possibly get that, option available. So
now I know I took a ton of questions. Is there anything that you had for them, Lizzie? Sorry, I just kind of. Yes, you.
Well, I'm going to be looking for Sonic stuff. So Sonic stuff that I don't have. What's the next question?
Is there anything that you don't have? She has to think about that.
Wow, that's a long pause, man. It's like a mainframe computer. You're like, nah, yep, I don't have this. It's like,
I would have to like see it visually because how you have it in your room, but then you don't know until you see it. You go, wait, I already have that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you buy it and take it home and like, oh, twins. And you didn't think you had it, and now you have two. I have done that a few times in my life. It's like,
but it depends because sometimes it was a Walmart exclusive versus a Target exclusive versus the Amazon exclusive because you never know.
Well, when it comes to that, it's like, yeah, I don't mind having two. I'll wait. Trade it for later. See,
there we go.
Yeah.
Now the other thing that the Con Hour is going to be announcing is we are actually going to be selling items at our table. We have Pops coming in this year, and we're going to start being a distributor also. So come by and help us get started, people.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, and like I said, anything I can do to help you with that, I'll help you any way I can. So for sure. Yeah.
Like I said, we're jumping into the business, and we're going to try to do as many conventions as possible, trying to get the word out with our live interviews that we do at shows. Like I said, I know I'll be interviewing a lot of artists, a lot of authors, because a lot of people they like to get to know the people, and that actually attracts them to the show as well.
Yes, that's true.
No, it does. And so I mean, it's a Funko Pops are the hottest thing right now, as collectible wise, and there's just so many avenues you can go down with Funko Pops. I mean, you can be that one collector that collects one thing and you stay on that one thing. And then you might be a collector that, you like a certain band or a certain comic character or, and you want, okay, well, I like Batman. I want everything Batman. Like you like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Mhm.
I want every Sonic the Hedgehog I don't care what it is. I want it. And, I have people come in the store all the time and I'm like, well, how many Pops do you have? Oh, I got 455. And I'm like, and then they're friends with them. I'm like, well, how many do you have? And they look in their bag, 4. I said, well, welcome to the club, buddy. I was like, we have meetings on Thursdays. And because it is literally, I have people come in that have literally thousands of Pops. And of course, we buy collections at the shop. We, of course, we have a huge selection of autograph Pops of everybody. I mean, we when we go to a con, we also get stuff signed ourselves as fans, and then also stuff we can, sign and authenticate ourselves. And it's just cool. The whole thing is it's a fun hobby to get into, and there's literally something new around the corner every second. And you get the right piece. I mean, literally. You could be in a few years, you could have a Pop that's worth several $100s easy. And, and that's just the good fun thing about the chase. And, there's many, many options of what to collect. As you know, probably on your order form of what you've ordered, there's, oh my gosh, there's this many Pops,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a few. There's a few to choose from. So,
I think one was numbered 1,988 that I saw.
yes.
What?
Yeah. We started
There's
doing
a ton
Pops
of
in
them.
I had a store in Baytown for 30 years, and we started Pops in 2012. And, I didn't think they would last 6 months. And I said, this is the silliest thing I ever seen. And, well, I've eaten those words many times. And it's one of the biggest, and it's not just one thing. You have so many collectors across the board. You have sports collectors, you have music collectors, anime collectors. It's literally the spectrum is massive. And so, you have a person coming in looking for, the new Elvis Pops or the new Dolly Parton that's out. And then you have somebody coming in, they want the new Flash series or the new Guardians of the Galaxy. There's so many things that, that it reaches out and touches people. It's like, oh, I want to collect that, or I can't wait for that to come out. And it's really cool and fun to, when someone walks in and we have something that they've been searching for, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you have this. And, like on the new stuff, we get new stuff in every week, as you will. And, so we, and of course we buy collections. Literally, it's a disease. Once you start, you can't stop, man. It never leaves you. It goes and it goes.
That will be the new Pop that we just created. Corn on the dog.
There you go. Yeah, man. Hey, man, it's it came from a genius. Come from a genius. Corn on the dog. I said, when I said that, I said, I really hope he didn't catch that. You caught it.
Yeah, I caught it. And I ran with it.
Yeah, man. You caught it quick, brother. I was like, I did say corn on the dog. Dog on the corn. Yep. Oh, man.
If you would have said that, I probably would have had to edit that out.
Man, I tell you, I'm just tired. I've had a long week, and it's yes, it's but you listen. In the near future, you're going to be going through it as well.
Oh
And,
yeah.
And again, I help you any way I can with that. So like I said to you before on the phone, it's like if we all work together, and and actually reach out to each other and help each other,
Mm-hmm.
to do these in different areas, you know, we could really bring something special to the city of Houston and the surrounding
Yeah.
areas. It is you know, but there's a lot of people in this business, and believe me, I've met many that, uh, will be as nice as possible to your face, but, behind your back, it's
It's
a
a
whole other
whole
story.
different ball game.
Absolutely. And, when I say something, I do what I say. And, and if I can't deliver it, I'll let you know straight up and up front, hey, this is not working out. This isn't working out, or this isn't, attainable. But, I do my very best to whatever I say, I try to do. And, it's like when I say I'll help you with anything, brother, I'll help you with anything. And, you've been a huge help, helping us with this con. And, if it wasn't for you, Chuck and Steph, they might be in, Orlando. Who knows? And what's in Orlando, man? We're in Texas, buddy. We're they could.
What's flooding over there?
And so they're doing a show in their home country, the country of Texas, and so yeah, it's like no place like home. But and I thank you big time for that, and and I mean, just for that, I mean, it's going to be it's going to be great. I mean, I really believe it's going to be great. So it's
I'm sitting here trying to figure out which show is in Orlando, because I know
I'm sure there's one this weekend. I promise you. There's
I know
somewhere.
I do know that Melanie Cohn is actually going to be at a show in Florida. I just don't know if it's in Orlando or not.
Well, wouldn't that be something? I'm psychic.
Yeah.
Look out, man. Yeah, my psychic abilities only go so far. Yeah, very, very limited. So, but my useless knowledge, buddy, let me tell you. Yeah.
Hey, that's the best thing right there. Useless knowledge.
I can go for days. People are like, you know anything about that? I'm like, well, if I don't know it, I'm going to make it up and it's going to sound outstanding. Just don't Google it. So, yeah, I tell you, man, it's, again, like I said, man, you helping us with this, from the get-go took a lot off my shoulders, and, to be able to focus on other things and get things rolling. And, and it's going to just be a really, really great event for, Houston this weekend. So
I'm trying to think, did all this start at the end of January or the beginning of February?
oh man, wasn't that long ago, brother.
It doesn't seem like that long ago.
No, it was like a blink. And of course, when we started, it was like, oh, we got a couple months, and it's like, bam, here it is. And and literally, I mean, that's how it sneaks up on you. It's like, and so if you ain't ready, you better get ready. So that's
Yes.
And get your dog on the corn. Get that. So they sell it out here in buckets. It's a really great item out here.
No, corn on the dog. Now I'm picturing a Chihuahua on a corn cob.
Oh, we got them for all sizes. Kids too.
Oh God.
Got them in a kids meal. So yeah, that sure looks like our Chihuahua. It could be, honey.
No.
Oh,
I do not want that visual in my head.
oh man, why is it moving?
Oh shit.
Oh man. Oh, of course. I'm kidding. We're not going to actually report on the Chihuahua. We're not going to be doing that. And they took that item off the board for some reason. I don't know what happened. But yeah.
Oh Lord.
They do have corn dogs, and they were pretty tasty. So yes. And,
With mustard.
yeah.
I'll never eat a corn dog again.
Oh man. When you bite into
Thanks,
them,
Jay.
they go, man. And they do have corn in a cup out here too. That's pretty darn good. So yeah,
Yes.
they have
Yeah,
that.
sure.
Man, that'll hurt you. So
Kettle
yeah.
corn too.
They do. They got kettle corn. They have pork skins. There is a lot of different food vendors out here that you will definitely find something you like. So yeah, it's you can't believe me. There's something out here that you will devour. So yes,
I believe it.
yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, there's I'm trying to think. If there's anything else to cover? like I said, crowds can, we put down at 10 that the guest will be there, and they'll be there 10 to 5. Now of course they'll take their breaks throughout the day, and but we're really excited for having everybody come out and trying to make this something special for for the folks that have never been to Traders. We welcome them, and hope they have an amazing time, and then just have a good time here at the market as well. And
Yes.
so because it's been here many years, Traders Village has, and there's so many people that don't even know that it was here, because that's how large Houston is. And so, but usually, at the weekends that people come in, they're like, my first time here, and usually family or friends have brought somebody, and I'm like, well, what do you think? And they're like, this place is amazing. It's massive. And I tell people, wear comfortable shoes, and you can actually bring your own cooler, bring your own water or drinks, or you can get them here. They have like souvenir cups that you can buy, I think, for $6, and then refills are $1.25 maybe, and it's like literally 2 large drinks into one. It's
Yes.
massive, and so I mean, listen, if you want some good old junk food, funnel cakes, cotton candy, they got that too, and as a diabetic, I definitely stay away from that, but the funnel cakes sure smell good. But they it's like I said, if you've never been out here, you're going to have a good time. And I just think that this will just go down very well, and hope everybody has fun. I hope everybody breaks the bank, so to say, and it's very financially good for everybody. And and I'm praying for that, and just praying for a great weekend, and and we all can have a good time, and years from now say, remember when? And and go from there. So, and Greg, when you're, a multimillionaire and super famous, just don't forget me and Carl, the little guys.
When that happens, I'll let you know.
Okay. Well, you're on your way to stardom, sir. I'm saying, man, I can tell you, man, this is the first podcast I've ever done in my life.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
So there you go. See there? How
there
about
you go. Yeah. I'm glad I helped with your virginity there.
See there?
Way to go, dude.
It's been an exhilarating feeling. I'll tell you,
You
man.
weren't supposed to reply, damn it.
Well, it's like, man, I feel like getting up dancing, man. Woo! Yeah.
Was
Oh,
it good
man.
for you?
Listen,
No,
man, you might want to put,
I already put not for kids on every show.
there you go. Well, hey, man, I've been pretty tame, man. I'm
Yeah,
pretty.
If Amy's on the show, trust me, it's a lot worse.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, man, listen,
Me and her cuss each other out all the time.
well, I can tell you this, and I tell people all the time, there's many times where, as a gentleman, when to be respectful, and how to talk in front of a lady, how to look at your surroundings. Now, unfortunately, some people in our society are sharp as marbles, and they literally maybe should have like in the movie 300. Have you ever seen that movie?
Oh, I'm trying to think. Is that the one with the people that were in space went down to the
The
planet?
Romans, they were Romans.
Okay.
And yeah.
I'm thinking 100, not 300.
That's okay. Well, they had 300 men against 25,000.
Yes.
And they had to go through this thing. Well, when the soldier was born, or a male child was born, they took it to the top of this mountain, and they looked the baby over, and they're like, okay, he's good to go. He looks good. But if you didn't look good to go, they tossed you off a cliff, and that was it. No more baby. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Well,
Wow.
we should have a cliff nearby, because some of these folks, it's like, really? And I mean, it's like, and of course, when I drive, every one of them gets in front of me, and I try and pray, please, Lord, give me patience. And, it's a very trying time when you're on the freeway in Houston. So, I try to drive at night when there's
no traffic. When
they still come out at night too, like, oh, Jay's driving. We got to get out.
There's no traffic and you can't see, right?
That's it, man. I'm blind in one eye, can't see out the other. Diabetes. Yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh,
Lizzie, any closing statements?
Oh no, I'm just definitely looking forward to it. Maybe we can do a podcast of how it went. Like, okay, this
Sure.
is what do
Yeah.
you call it? After
A
the
recap.
Yeah,
If you can't get a hold of me and it was a bomb, I'm gonna leave the country. So, yeah,
Oh, we'll still find you.
yeah. I'm 6'6". You've seen me, man. I'm not hard to miss, man. So,
Oh, we'll still find you.
yeah. Finding, where's Jay? It's not a hard task. It's like, find a KFC or Popeyes. I'll be in one of them. So,
Ooh.
yep.
Everybody go check out all the vendors. Go check out the authors, the artists, the vendors, the guests, the cosplay guests. Take the pictures with the Batmobiles. Take pictures with cosplayers. If they say it's okay, don't try to force anything. I will say that.
Yep.
Mhm.
But it is going to be a family fun event, and it will be this weekend, April 15th and 16th. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And of course, as they said on the show, you can show up early.
Yep.
And only $5 to get in.
$5 for parking.
That's it.
And that is it. There's going to be
Yeah,
plenty
free-
of food.
Free to walk in. So, yeah.
Straight
And
up
there
walk
will
in,
be
get your money to buy stuff. There you go.
ATMs around.
Empty the savings and come on down. Yes. So, yes.
But everyone, that is it for the day. And I will be back on Tuesday with 2 conversations. And then depending if the guest gets back with me or not for next Thursday. If not, then I know we will be having a show.
What was that, Greg?
That's almost as bad as the damn.
Yeah, we're gonna have some shoes. Are they Nike or Adidas?
Air Jordans, damn it.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's awesome.
See, I even mess up at times.
It's okay, man, but you mess up gracefully, though. See,
We will be having a show on Comic Palooza. We will definitely be having that this month. We will be talking about the guests that they have. I know that they've announced 2 of them that I'm actually interested in meeting. Blue Diamond Phillips, I think they just announced today or yesterday.
cool.
And of course, William Shatner, they announced last week.
Ooh.
It's gonna be a nice show, man.
Yes.
Be a very nice show.
But until Tuesday, everyone, adios.